Hi, friends, and welcome back. It's been a while since I have done a video. The whole reason for that is winter has been long. Winter has been long. Winter has been dreary. Winter has been uninspiring, and maybe it's just me. I haven't gone out and done much of anything. And I just wasn't feeling inspired to do anything around the house. There's after Christmas, all of January, February just is in the wrap up right now. What is today? Is the 28th, I guess. And I'm figuring it's time to get back to being creative again. I spent the entire month just scrolling and just work and home, and I didn't get out much. It was just cold, and I was just feeling a little blah after Christmas. So I didn't get into much of doing anything. But I am thinking of, reviving my channel again, getting back out to being creative K, because I haven't done anything creative in a while, as I've said. I spent my time just scrolling through uh Instagram and Facebook pages, and there's so much AI stuff out there now that I'm just like, oh, don't even bother. My natural, unedited, you get what you get channels are just dying, right? A slow death. But then I reminded myself why I started doing this thing. Why did I start doing this thing? Because I like it. I started doing it because it was a way for me to video diary some of my life for later when I can't get around and do these types of things, right? So I said, okay, get back to being you. Forget about what's out there. Forget about everybody's AI edited and perfect AI created, computer generated stuff, and just be you. Go back to being a real sister, down to the twist and everything. So what have I been up to lately? Okay, so yeah, I'm like I said, I'm getting back to homegrown, my stuff, etc. So I have been teaching myself to play piano. You guys have got to see this. I will play a little something in one of my other videos, but yeah, see, I've got the piano books out. My kids' beginner books. This one right now is on London Bridge, and I've been teaching myself to play a little piano. The house is like stripped down since I took out the few red items that I had about for the month of February. My cabinet bookshelf is totally empty, and that's usually not like me, as you guys know. So I know I was in a bit of a funk. It's time for me to get out of that. So I've been going around to see the house, seeing what I can do, revisiting my pieces, pulling them back out again, seeing what I can do for myself in terms of reviving my creativity. So I pulled out a few of my old decorating books that have been on shelves and tucked away that I haven't touched in forever. And I am going to get back to being me here. See, one of my pillows, no cover. So this is when I know, look at the couch behind me. It's usually dressed with different throws and blankets, etc. Nothing. So I've got to pull myself out of this. So, like I said, I've just been revisiting what I have, my pieces, and I am going to start up again. And I hopefully this is the first of many to come soon. Look, show you my dining table empty, not even a runner on it. So I went and I pulled out this little vase. It has a slight purpley hue to it. And I figured I may start and do the table in this. So I got two pieces so far to help kickstart my creativity again. I don't know what I'm expecting to spring from this, but I will try. We'll see what I can come up with. But I am determined to come back and come back strong. Like I said, I'm not this channel, I'm not looking to get rich from it, right? It's not a professional channel. So what am I worried about? What am I, you know, putting myself under pressure and all of that stuff? Like just be me, like I started, and continue. Or I just went around and showed off what I did that day when I'm in the mood, fix up the house. I'm gonna go around and show you guys the kitchen is totally look at that. Shelves are empty. There's two cookie tins from Christmas. I left them out and threw some red up there to do a little something for Valentine's so I could have a little bit of love in the house, jazz it up a bit. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. We did a sourdough starter. I put the rubber band here so I could see it grow, how, it multiplies, make sure it's alive. So that's how I mark to know that. So we're gonna make sourdough bread. So maybe later when we start that process, I could throw that into this video as well. Like I said, it's time to get back to being me. It's time to um, reawaken my brain. The scrolling and all of that stuff on TikTok. No, not TikTok. I don't have TikTok. The scrolling on Insta and all of that has just deadened my brain. Like no concentration, no motivation, all that sort of stuff. The things that used to just kick fire. My brain was going. I had so many ideas. I'd be in the middle of doing one video and I would have an idea for another, and just nothing. When I tell you guys, nothing has been coming to me. And I know it's my fault from sitting there around the place and just not engaging with my own mind and my thoughts and my ideas. Look behind me, table empty. Have you ever seen my dad? Except when I'm doing a naked table, look, empty, like nothing in the house. Couch, no blankets, two naked pillows. I show you my coffee table. Look, nothing, empty. And again, that's not me. That's worrisome for me. Because I am not that girly. I do not live, I'm not a minimalist. So the fact that this place looks like this is, a warning sign to myself right there that I need to get back to me. I need to shake off the funk of winter. I'll show you outside. Let me see. Let's pick up outside here. See? Even winter is going to sleep. Mother Nature is even herself. The snow is starting to melt. I could see a little bit of green peeking through out there on the lawn. So, yeah, time to revive. Time to start thinking about spring, renewal, revival. Just waking myself up again, getting back into my mind, getting back into a space where I feel whole again, where I feel myself waking up, getting my creativity back, and stop feeling sorry for myself. I stop blaming my lethargy on lack of ideas and inspiration. I need to inspire myself. I need to find these ideas in me somewhere. I need to reconnect with my spirit, which I have let go to sleep, just let go dormant, because I sit there in the evenings after work and just, yeah, that's for me with the phone, with the thumb, scrolling. So that's not good. Put that down and start again. So let's hope this is a start of something new. Creative K is back, 2026. Hopefully I'll go back to my 1 or 2 videos per month, my tablescapes, my pulling things out of cupboards and drawers and just prettying up this thing. And just because it is what I love to do. It helps my brain, it helps me think, it helps me process. I run on creative engine. I don't know, and my brain is a creative brain, and the minute I put that to sleep or put that down or stop interacting with myself, my enemy, everything else just plateaus. There's no, my joviality, my joys, my all my emotions just seem to be meh. And I can't have that. Otherwise I'm letting my life pass me by. I'm not living. I'm not engaging with myself. So I'm stopping all of that. Next time you see this shelf, it will be staged, decorated, pretty. Whether it's one of my scarves, usually do maybe something pretty behind me. Yeah, I need to get rid of all these winter stuff and just start getting prettified. And look, even down to what I'm wearing is a reflection of I guess where my mind is, the just dormant stillness. So friends, I'm back. Creative K is back. She is gonna use this video as a kickstart to get herself back on track and start creating again and living again, get out, go on walks, document, and just again throw them back up on YouTube so YouTube could save them for me, keep them for me. And then one day when I can't do all of this, I will be able to look back on them and see I did do something with my life. I did get up every day and try, and I did get up every day and live the best life that I could live for me. Okay, so as I go into this video with my processes, whether that's baking the sourdough bread or starting with whatever little decor I'm going to do around the place, I would develop this as I go. So until next scene, this is me hoping. Okay, friends, so as I have had some time to think about the earlier part of my video, I thought to myself, you know what, I did not do anything for winter like I was saying. I think it's just, I should rephrase that. I mean, yes, winter was blah. Yes, it was very cold. There were days when we had a minus degree outside, and those were days that I was definitely not gonna go out. So yes, on top of the scrolling, that is definitely true. I feel like I should give myself some grace, like I did do things. It just were indoor type stuff. I mean, I did puzzling. Yeah, this thing is 1,000 pieces. It is completed, right? Look at that, very complicated. I did that. Not just that, I did 2 of them. Here's another one, a cabin scenery, another 1,000 piece. I did this as well, right? So I mean, I completed 2 1,000 piece puzzles, me and my hubby. So I really shouldn't say that I did nothing. I mean, yes, there were indoor things, mild things. I mean, we baked, we spent time together, we watched movies. So I reflected and I thought, I should give myself some grace, because it's not, when I reflected and looked back on that video beginning a little bit, I am sounding like someone who is depressed or something. That is far from the truth. I am not at all. I was just having a funky type of winter, okay? So I said no. I mean, I even have my coloring book. Like, my daughter bought me a coloring book last, I don't know, in the summer or sometime. It has its own little case, right? This was hers. I just kind of confiscated it. And this is my test page where I scratch all my colors to make sure it's the right shade that I'm getting, right? And then and here's my book. And I didn't pick a big font either. My pictures are very detailed and very and I worked in these. I finished quite a few pages in my coloring book. Like, if I look at it, I mean, look at that, I did that. So my creativity isn't as gone as I'm saying. I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. Like, I'm not sitting here crying in my soup or anything. It's just that, the usual me that put out, this one is still a work in progress, right? So the usual me that usually put out video after video and is changing around the house every couple of weeks. Yes, that me was having a bit of a break, was having some rest. And it's important, especially for us creative types, it's important to take some downtime to rest the brain, to reflect, and to come back strong. Here's another page of my coloring. Yeah, I mean, there's some creativity went into all of that, right? Some thinking, some which color am I gonna pick, blending and coordinating of colors. I even started a new page. This one has just got going. So yeah, so I didn't absolutely just sit here on the couch like a big blob. Like, there's all my colors all nicely lined up, so like I was saying earlier, and I'm crying in my tea and carrying out about, I didn't do anything for winter. No, that's not quite true. I did do some stuff. I had my coloring, and the puzzles that we did complete. I am going to show them to you. I only showed you the empty box, but just to make sure that I am being totally transparent here, and this is not like a total flobbing or fluffing, that I did do these things. Let me show you now my 2 completed puzzles. So there we go. So there's the cabin, right? The one from in the other box. Yeah, the cabin puzzle. That's the box there, and there's the completed pieces on my table, right? And then this is the Paris scene. Yep, let me come down a bit, hold this camera so that you could actually see the detail on these things. Yeah, we come 1,000 pieces each, and we completed those, right? So I mean, like again, like I said, this is our sorter, and we sorted all these in, by color coordinated and pieces of different parts of the puzzle, and we put these two together. So that's 2,000 pieces. I mean, for two 1,000 piece puzzles. So I mean, it wasn't quite as I said. When I reflect on it, sometimes we have to give ourselves a bit of grace, and we have to like accept that we're always not going to be running full steam ahead, like, oh, every day it's not going to be like, ah. Sometimes we're going to calm down and do quieter, more still, more reflective things, things that just pull back our energy a bit so that we're able to reset and refresh and reinvigorate ourselves. So spring's coming, and I hope to hit the ground running with my renewal and refreshing of upstairs. But I just wanted to clarify and make sure I say that I wasn't lying on the couch just being depressed or anything like that. This is not depression. This is just like what winter looks like when you slow down and when you want to stay indoors and have cups of tea. And maybe that's what I should start doing. Just instead of always looking for a big thing to record, start recording those small moments, those still times, and treat them as normal. So anyway, enough of that. And as I promised about the sourdough bread, we're gonna experiment with it and see if it actually worked, and maybe I'll throw some of that in here as promised earlier and see how it turns out. Okay, so next scene, it will be us starting to work on the bread. Yes. So in our mixing bowl, we have the starter all dissolved, and in that, what ingredients we have in there so far? Just the salt, water, and our starter, and we have the flour to add, and we will add that next, and we will just form our ball and leave it to proof up. So there we have it. The ball is all mixed and ready. We have to leave this now to proof, and then we have to come back and mix again, because this sourdough bread is going to be like a 24-hour process. So this is not going to be finished until tomorrow. Today's Saturday. We're not going to have sourdough until Sunday. But there it is, all done. So far, so good. This is the progress so far of our sourdough. This is what it's yielded so far. Now we have to go ahead and do the pulling and the stretching. Remember, this is day 2. We started this thing since yesterday. So this is a quick update on how we're doing so far. The recipe calls for it to be pulled and stretched and molded some more today and put back again for further proofing. And there's our loaf all formed. We're not going to go with the wrong version. We are going to do the long version of a sourdough so we can slice it. We like our bread sliced. So this is a sped up of where we are, and now we're going to put it on the sheet, and we're going to leave it on the sheet for further proofing, and we shall bake and slice and see how our first sourdough turned out. It's resting on the sheet, our baking sheet, and we will let it proof some more here, and after that we would stick it in the oven, and then I will show you the final baked version once we have that. So the sourdough is almost ready to go into the oven. As you can see, there it is. We already scored it, and we're just gonna put this one in and see how that turns out. And when we take it out, we'll give it a nice slice up and see how the inside is, and make sure that it's good to go, and that our handy starter, see, we fed it, and I've moved the marker again to show me if it's doubling, if it's alive, if it's actually moving. So yeah, we took out half to bake this loaf, and then we fed it and put it back to proof again. And of course, like I said, there it is. Our first homemade sourdough bread. So yeah, we're gonna put it in a few minutes. We're gonna give it a little bit more time, and then remember, we started this thing on Saturday. Today is now Sunday. It's a long process, so it's not half our bread or not even a 20-minute. It's, you have to have patience and wait on this thing. It is ready when it is ready. So yeah, we're gonna put it in soon, let it bake up, and then when it's finished, we shall do the reveal. And into the oven she goes. There we have her, lightly floured, dusted, and it's bake time. Woohoo! Celebration time! Our first homemade sourdough bread is complete. It is ready, friends. Here she is. Baked, nice golden brown. Raised up nicely, so I know for sure that this experiment was a success. So I'm pretty sure there'll be many more to come. Look at that. Look at that color. Oh, perfect. Smells delicious. Can't wait to dive in and have some. So that's it for this episode of Creative K. Just logging a fun weekend around the household and just showing you what I've been up to. Like I said, I've been away for a while and haven't done anything, but now that I'm reflected and decided I want to get back into my documenting again, I am sure I'll be back with many more fun activities, outdoors, indoors, and just be back at it again. Actually, yesterday I said that it was getting great, that the snow was melting and that spring was peeking through. Well, last night we got a little dusting, so there is outside. Yeah, I think the weather, I don't know, the weather fairies are listening to me and they heard me say yesterday, oh, I can't wait to get back out and get going. Winter is going home, wrapping up. The snow is melting. Well, we woke up this morning to a fresh coating of powder. I mean, the sun is out now and it's starting to melt away and dissolve and go away again. But I don't know, it's March now, we're into March, and she's a very unpredictable month, so we'll see what becomes of this month and what I get into in terms of getting the place ready for spring and what's coming up, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, all those fun times are coming up. So I guess I would use some of those days and some of those holidays as an excuse to get back into being creative again. So that's all for now, and until next time, this is me saying bye-bye, friends, and see you around.